Still in the second half of the former century, the origin of humans was supposed to be Asia, because too many fossils of primitive supposed ancestors were discovered in Indonesia and Asia, and that is again or rather still the case today. Consensus supporting the Eurocentric and Africa-Origin got away with it once more, exactly because of the hybridization by interbreeding narrative. Adam and Eve in paradise, and in or with a kind of horn of abundance is a persistent narrative across all religions and cultures. We claim that the supposed Adam and Eve in paradise and horn of abundance and eating from the trees is nothing else than us humans once living or rather originating in the Amazon forest and later in similar forests. That is also what all of our scientific markers prove to us over and over, and consensus scientists on occasions literally turn their backs on and allow themselves to go systematically blind on their own scientific markers, this including all the essential ancestral and migrational markers. The agroforest paradise cultures narratives extend right into Central America, the Indus Valley and Mesopotamia. These cultures got extinct because they are strategically and militarily too vulnerable. They also depend on larger areas, and abundant resources, or total respect of sustainability, which leave them more vulnerable. Still today you can clearly see the vulnerability of the Amazon Amerindians in the Amazon forest. They were exploited and also hunted as slaves and objects, for hybridizations and or breeding long before the conquests in the 1500s and even before the Inca invasions and dominance. Incas and their ancestors and similars used Amazon Amerinds for hybridization because the DNA and food were and still are ideal for is, which is proven that still today their descendant present absence of arteriosclerosis, have zero chance of heart disease, and present the best heart and brain health and relative absence of all degenerative diseases. The latter and the role Carbon-Agroforest, and its produced food plays is the subject of several other videos of this series and channel. So people living in, and from carbon-agroforests like in the Adam and Eve narrative is not only the truth, but at the time a necessity to prevent our unstable hybridized DNA from degenerating and leading to genetic diseases. If one day our scientists will need stable DNA to insert in the degenerating DNA of us humans, they will have to recur to Amazon Amerinds again, very simply because their exceptional health guarantees stable DNA. Most degenerative diseases are associated with collapsing DNA. This does not mean we are in favor of such interventions. Instead, we modern humans should prevent further degeneration of our DNA at all cost. Further, almost obviously the best way to do so will include the consumption of the in abundance produced foods from carbon-agroforests. Carbon-agroforests 2 times the area of France will remove the excess carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. If we want to exist with quality of life, we will need to open our eyes and grow carbon-agroforests as soon as possible. In Brazil there are quite some adepts of traditional agroforests, and go with other names as syntropic farming and permaculture, on small as well as for European standards immense scale. What they accomplish is fascinating and will serve as base for carbon-agroforests. But these traditional agroforests will not convince enough farmers, and certainly not agribusiness, to go spontaneously for large areas of the by more and more intense organic materials enriched and fertile carbon agroforests right away.